Hey there, Button Mashers, and welcome back to Blues and Bullets. We got a case. To find a missing girl.
This town has become a jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Rats are safe. Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And those who should judge them prefer to squabble over their prey. But it wasn't always like this. The Santa Esperansa I was born in was a clean town. A place where it meant something to be a cop.
Yeah. This is awesome. I love this. This is super, like, reminiscent of, like, Max Payne dream sequences, which were fantastic. Ah, reload!
He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell. Rebuilt my life. Got my feet back on the ground. But now he's back. And he's dragged me in.
Just when I thought I was out, they dragged me back in.
I'm gonna need help.
Whiskey. Answer.
Ness,
Elliot, I found Carlo Baccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Elliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
Secret.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What, are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks.
Alice didn't need to get dragged into this mess.
Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
Nice.
31 Wicker Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
Grease.
I smell of grease?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else would notice. But when you spend a part of your sentence as a chef in the kitchens on Gore Island, you smell it a mile away. And
I
how do you
arrested
think
this
I
guy,
met
didn't I?
Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse.
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit.
Hey,
I'll take
totally
the main
read that.
door.
Ran that red.
My pleasure.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
What else we got around here?
Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd.
Why would they do that? Smells like trouble.
Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Baccarini's business isn't going too well.
Looks like we're going inside. It's boarded up. Door. Gentle.
Baccarini? Carlo Baccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, that's doesn't look pretty. Ew. I don't think Mr. Baccarini's gonna be talking to us much. Yeesh.
Is that our man?
Baccarini.
My God.
Explains what happened.
We have to find out
Fence
who
posts.
did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Baccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive. Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Oh. Oh.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies.
So
I must
pretty.
remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself.
Okay, his teeth were all pulled out, but what else we got? Let's move this side.
Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost passed for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
What the crap? Alright. Let's move around him. What in
Once
the...
he got stuck in there,
Is that a beer
looks
bottle?
like the bottom of a glass. It's Baccarini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
Together. Because there are pieces of him missing. Ness, you're a funny guy. Alright, so the board. How do I use the board here? Select. Mutilation. Okay.
Maybe the
Info.
body parts can shed some light on the motive. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
What are my clues?
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Baccarini's back.
Back.
The murderer tore Baccarini's hands off. Baccarini's teeth were all pulled out.
Okay.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
And that's where he was tortured. Looks like somebody came in through the
The
window.
evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Baccarini encounter his murderer? Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
Hello.
A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
Whoa, hello.
Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood ran like water.
What do we have here?
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off? Blood. Blood everywhere.
Is he wearing the wristwatch when his hand came off? Still haven't, like, figured out where the limbs went.
This was opened recently.
Integrity.
Smells of whiskey.
So it looks like...
Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
So our killer came through the window and then chased him across the room. Caught him against the table and tore his hand off.
There's something under there.
A pistol.
How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Any missing knives?
One knife's missing. The biggest one.
Yeah.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
Well, that's not at all racist.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Baccarini's too worried about that. 4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine.
So you had company.
I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
Or was expecting company.
Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Baccarini had company for dinner. Shut from the inside.
Is she in there? Alright. So let's... Effects, assault. Alright. So...
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2.
Okay.
A pistol, fully loaded.
Okay,
Pieces
alright.
of glass from the window in the hall.
That's
found
how this
inside the
works.
house. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room.
No?
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
No.
An open bottle of whiskey. I'd say Baccarini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Baccarini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Oh, okay. Alright. So we'll go over here.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Baccarini's...
No?
The trail of blood from the dining room. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
So it's gotta
The
be
murderer
these
tore
two.
Baccarini's hands off. Baccarini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Baccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Baccarini.
No?
A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and a broken table, scratched and covered. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. The trail of blood from the dining room. What
Do I
looks
not
like
have the... I don't have the proper clue, apparently. Torture. Let's see...
2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass.
Okay.
A blood-stained wristwatch with a glass broken. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Baccarini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in... Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2.
Yeah, that doesn't
A
help.
broken whiskey glass found
Yeah, none
a
of this
door in the
helps.
kitchen.
Alright. So I don't have all the clues yet. Let's see.
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
Okay. Let's have... Wait, why is there more blood over here?
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the 2 of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Somebody's locked themselves inside. Is that a spoon? That looks like a spoon. That's a spoon.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Ew. Eye juice. Oh my.
Oh shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Some foul shit. So this is prying open the fingers of a dead man. Oh man. Oh, there's teeth. There was totally teeth in there.
Are these teeth from the body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Oh my god. This is like some real serious, like,
What is that?
occult sacrifice shit.
Looks like a ritual. What was Baccarini mixed up in?
Alright. to find over here?
This car looks too classy for a forger like Baccarini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Baccarini, there was someone else in the house?
And they might be in that
The
locked
first possibility
room.
to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Baccarini.
As long as...
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Alright.
Bingo.
I know I haven't, like, been talking much through all
A man's
this, but
cigarette
it's,
case.
I mean, this whole, like, investigation section is actually pretty cool. I'm really digging it. Like, little stuff like this, being able to flip it around and look at the details and stuff like that, you know, actually kind of, like...
One of the Baccarini clan?
Actually, like, discover clues and stuff like that, more or less, is super cool. I dug it when, like, when you were doing the investigation.
Plates. Someone drove a long way.
Vermont plates. Okay. So, like, I dug Murdered Soul Suspect when, like, because it felt like you were doing the investigation and you actually had to find the clues and stuff like that. Here, not so much with the baffling attempts to find the clues and stuff like that. But it is kind of cool that it lets you sort of piece stuff together for yourself.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky... The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Baccarini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it? Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. A sick altar of human flesh.
Yeah.
Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
That is the question, isn't it? Vanishing, and then...
The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocked. Baccarini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama. The initials OB on a cigarette case. A car with Vermont plates. 1, it has Vermont plates. 2, it's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3, the initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
Yeah.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Baccarini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Baccarini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside.
No?
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. It seems clear that Baccarini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
They're totally still in the
The door
house.
in the corridor jammed shut. It opens a door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Scared the crap out of him, Milton. Can't just do that to a
It was
guy.
open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
I didn't notice there was a doorbell.
Says the man Milton had left in charge of an important investigation. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right, follow me. Baccarini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Baccarini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Baccarini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Baccarini's back. He
That
span
explains the
around, clawing
dent.
at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Baccarini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar,
You would
weaving
hope.
the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
What's behind door number 1?
Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Baccarini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm really digging it. I'm beginning to, I really like this game. I love me some noir. So, thank you ever so much for sharing it with me. Click all this stuff in the description, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.